Welcome back to Fast and Fresh. Today we're going to do chicken parmigianas baked in the oven rather than fried, which is a nice healthy option. I'm choosing thigh fillets because I like thigh fillets. You can get breast fillets if you like. I don't bang them out. I like them nice and thick so they're juicy when you grab them out of the oven. If you do choose chicken fillets, they're often a bit bigger. You might want to cut them in half. But today we're going to use these thighs. So I've floured up these thigh fillets. So that's just the thigh fillet like that, and it's tossed in flour. Got 4 of them today. Right, and let's get going. So what you do first is you dip it into your egg, get it well and truly coated with your egg, into your breadcrumbs, and just coating well and truly. You can just pack them right down. Make sure you've got lots and lots of breadcrumbs on there. We've chosen fresh breadcrumbs. I think they're the nicest. Just any bread you've got in your fridge, stick it into your food processor, and you've got these lovely soft breadcrumbs. They're much nicer. They give you a lovely fluffy. Now look, turns into a huge parmy, but there you go. You can have one between 2 kids, really. Put them onto your tray on a piece of baking paper, just like that. Beauty of this dish is there's no washing up. When you get it out of the oven, you sit down and eat, and that's it. Love that. So we'll do the next one. Now the other thing I'm not big on frying these parmies is the little ones you get at the shopping centre that are beaten to within an inch of their life. Then coated, you've hardly got any meat in them. By the time you fry them up, all the breadcrumbs have absorbed all that oil in your pan, and it's hard to tell where the meat ends and the breadcrumbs stop. So this is why I like the baking option. It's nice and quick. Third one here. Like those parms you get at the pub there, they deep fry them, I think. Oh my gosh. You get those and stick them under the salamander after that with all the goodies on top, and you can't even eat the edges. So that's our third one. The 4th one's a little bit of a pea shooter, but he's still going to end up quite big by the time he's crumbed. That's that. You'll end up with big chunky fingers at the end of this. And that's the 4th one. So there you go. Now I'm going to just wipe off my fingers into there, and I'll push these to one side. This is a very, very fast meal, actually. It's a real go-to for me. And it's one of those comfort foods. Right, so our next thing then is, once again, good old Dolmios. Leggos, sorry. Leggos. So it's just one of those chunky tomato sauces. Nothing too runny. You just get a nice spoonful of that, and you spread it. I'll move this over so you can see what I'm doing. There you go. You spread that over the top of each schnitzel. And when I do this at home, generally speaking, I put this tomato on and I put cheese on the top of it, and then after that I stick it in the oven, and that's mine. But today I'm going to pimp them up a little bit. I thought we might make them a little bit more flash, but you can just do them this way. Often this way might be the way the kids might just enjoy them because they're nice and simple. But we'll, so here I would put cheese on, and that makes it plain. You sprinkle them with cheese, put them in the oven. But today we've got some Mexican beans. So we've just got some Mexi beans, just those. I've smashed them up a little bit, and I'm going to put a little bit over the top of each of these. And that's just going to make it a little bit more interesting. When we get them out, we'll dress them up a little bit, and they'll be very, very Mexican. So we stick these over the top, like so. And then we're going to put our cheese on top. So I'll move him over there. Just a cheese, nice grated mix of cheddar cheese. Be generous. They're sitting on baking paper, so you're not going to be scraping your pan furiously and try and get them off. So I like to put a fair bit on. There we go. So, and we put these on. Now we've turned our oven on and it's on about 180, and these are quite thick fillets. So I always like to put them in for about 25-30 minutes. You'll know they'll be lovely, and once this is lovely and golden, you'll know that they're cooked all the way through. So this is what's about to go into the oven, and when they're cooked, we're going to come back to you. So I'll stick these in the oven and we'll be back.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we have our parmies out of the oven. They're all cooked. That took about 25 minutes. Look at them. How good do they look? So I'll put one on a plate. Now, as I said, they're quite big. If you've got a family, you might feel like cutting one in half for the kids. And really, before you put your cheese on, you can put anything on top of these. They're just such a good meal. Okay, so let's get one of these. We're going to put him on the plate. Ooh, she says. Here he goes. Put him on the plate like that. Now what I'm going to do with that, I'll move them out of the way. I'm going to put a nice dollop of sour cream on there so it looks a little bit Mexican-y. So we're going to put a lovely big dollop of sour cream on there like that. And just hope he stays. There we go. Then I'll get an avocado. Just cut your avocado, peel down the skin. You've cut your quarter like that. And just cut him into little slices and fan him over like that. How good does that look? And we'll dress him up with some of Simon's beautiful leaves out of his garden once again. Thank you, Simon. You'll get a Parmi. And there's our lovely meal, chicken Parmigiana cooked in the oven, no washing up.